Most people think eggs are just protein. That's the problem. Because if eggs were only protein, then chicken breast would do the same job, and it doesn't. Not even close. The real reason eggs feel like they work like magic is because eggs behave like a biological key. They don't just give nutrients. They unlock systems inside you that decide how your day feels. Your energy, your focus, your appetite, your mood, and even how well you use the nutrients from the rest of your food. That is what I call the egg matrix effect. And once you understand it, you'll never look at breakfast the same way again. Now let's start with a simple reality. Most people wake up and do one of three things. They skip breakfast and survive on tea or coffee. Or they eat a high-carb breakfast like bread, biscuits, cereal or sweet stuff, or they eat something heavy and random. And then around late morning or afternoon they crash, their mood drops, their cravings rise, and they blame willpower. But it wasn't willpower. It was chemistry. Your first meal doesn't just fill your stomach. It sets your hormone rhythm. It sets your blood sugar stability. It sets your brain neurotransmitter activity. Your first meal decides if your body will run smooth or run chaotic. And eggs are one of the few foods that can act like a stabilizer for the whole day. Here's the first unique thing. Eggs are not just nutrients. Eggs are a package design, a complete life blueprint. An egg contains what's required to build a brain, nerves, muscles, tissues, enzymes, cell walls, and energy systems from scratch. That means nature built eggs to be efficient, balanced, and usable. When you eat eggs, you're eating a structure your body understands instantly. That's why eggs can feel different compared to most foods, not because of magic, but because of compatibility. Now I'm going to tell you something that might sound strange, but stay with me. Energy is not just calories. If energy was just calories, then sugar would be the best energy source and everyone would be unstoppable after eating sweets. But that's not what happens. People eat sugar and crash. So what is real energy then? Real energy is your cells producing stable power without emergency mode. Your body has a battery system. Those batteries are your mitochondria. And those batteries need raw materials, repair tools, and calm signals. Eggs give all three. That's why eggs don't spike you up like sugar. They don't just give fuel. They help your body burn fuel properly. Let's break down the egg matrix effect into four parts. Part 1 is stable blood sugar. Part 2 is brain chemistry and focus. Part 3 is appetite control. Part 4 is nutrient unlocking, meaning eggs help you absorb more from other foods. And then we'll end with the exact egg routine you can do to feel the difference within a week. First, blood sugar stability. Most energy crashes come from one pattern. You eat fast carbs, glucose rises quickly, insulin rises quickly, and then your blood sugar drops fast, and your brain interprets that drop as danger. That's when cravings hit. That's when irritability starts. That's when you suddenly need snacks. The reason eggs are powerful is because eggs slow this entire roller coaster. Eggs have protein and fat in a naturally balanced ratio, and protein plus fat makes digestion slower, which means glucose release becomes steadier. Steadier glucose means steadier mood and steadier energy. This is why people who add eggs to breakfast often feel they can go longer without snacking. It's not motivation, it's math and hormones. But the real uniqueness is this. Eggs don't just slow digestion, they signal satiety hormones. When you eat eggs, your body increases signals like peptide hormones that tell your brain, we're okay. So your hunger doesn't scream every 2 hours. This is why eggs are trending in weight loss content again. But most creators talk only about protein. The better story is that eggs reduce decision fatigue. You don't spend the whole day fighting cravings because your biology is calmer. And when biology is calm, consistency becomes easier. Now, part 2, the brain chemistry effect. And this is where eggs get unfairly underrated. There's a nutrient in egg yolk called choline. Most people either don't know it or don't respect it. Your brain uses choline to build acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter linked to focus, learning, memory, and mental sharpness. If your day feels foggy, if your attention feels scattered, if your thinking feels slow, one common missing piece is not more caffeine, it's better brain raw material. Choline is one of those raw materials, and egg yolk is one of the most practical dietary sources. Now, here's the weird part. Many people eat only egg whites because they believe the yolk is fatty or bad. But when you remove the yolk, you remove the brain support nutrients and many of the fat-soluble vitamins. Egg whites are a building block, but yolk is the instruction manual. The white gives protein. The yolk gives the tools that tell the body what to do with that protein. That's the difference. An egg yolk also contains lutein and zeaxanthin, compounds linked to eye protection and brain tissue support. So the next time you think an egg is just protein, remember this. Eggs are not just muscle food. Eggs are nervous system food. That's why a good egg breakfast can feel like your brain woke up properly, not just your stomach got full. Now part 3, appetite control. And this is crucial if your audience struggles with snacking. Appetite is not a moral weakness, it signals. Ghrelin rises when your stomach is empty. Leptin signals fullness long term. Insulin affects hunger swings. When your breakfast is mostly carbs, hunger returns faster because your body doesn't get enough building materials and satiety signals. Eggs change that. Eggs hit what I call the protein threshold, meaning they give enough amino acids to tell your body, we can repair today. That reduces the urge to keep hunting for food. But again, the egg matrix effect is not just fullness. It's the way eggs reduce the intensity of cravings. When your blood sugar is stable and your brain chemistry is supported, your cravings become quieter. You stop thinking about food every hour. That's freedom. And that's why eggs feel like magic, because they reduce the noise. Now, part 4. And this is the most unique part that most egg videos don't talk about. Nutrient unlocking. Eggs can boost how much you absorb from other foods. Here's how. Many nutrients in vegetables are fat-soluble, meaning your body absorbs them better when you eat them with a little fat. Egg yolk contains fats and natural emulsifiers like lecithin. That means when you eat eggs with vegetables, your body can absorb more of the carotenoids and fat-soluble nutrients. So eggs don't just feed you, eggs can make your other food more useful. Think about this. If you eat a bowl of salad alone, it's healthy, but absorption can be limited. If you add eggs, suddenly the same salad can deliver more nutrition. That's what I mean by unlocking. Eggs act like a nutrient delivery capsule. So if you want to use eggs like magic, don't treat them as a solo food. Treat them as a key that upgrades the meal. Eggs plus spinach, eggs plus tomatoes, eggs plus onions, eggs plus mixed vegetables, eggs plus leftovers, eggs plus simple dal and veggies. The egg makes the whole plate work better. Now, let's talk about the sustain your day promise, because we need to be honest. Eggs don't give you unlimited energy like a stimulant. What eggs do is stabilize your day. They reduce spikes and drops, they support focus, they control appetite, and they provide repair materials. That's why people feel more steady. And steadiness is the real version of energy. Not hyper, not jittery, just stable power. Now, let's add a story, because stories stick. Imagine your body is a smartphone. Every night you plug it in, but in the morning it still drains fast. Why? Because the battery health is weak and the background apps are running. Your body is similar. Some foods are like opening 20 apps at once. Sugar does that. Ultra-processed breakfast does that. It creates background hunger, inflammation signals, and energy instability. Eggs are like closing background apps. They give you a cleaner operating system for the day. But there's a big mistake people make with eggs that ruins the benefits. They cook eggs and pair them with the wrong things, like eggs with sugary tea and white bread every day, or eggs fried heavily and eaten with ultra-processed sauces, or eggs eaten raw. So let's do the practical section now, because this is where viewers get value. First, do not eat raw egg whites regularly. Raw whites contain a protein that can bind biotin and reduce its availability. Also, raw eggs come with food safety risks depending on handling. Cooked eggs are safer and more practical. Second, don't fear the yolk by default. The yolk contains most of the micronutrients and the fat-soluble compounds. Third, cooking style matters. You don't need perfect, but gentler cooking often preserves texture and makes digestion easier. Boiled, poached, soft scrambled, omelette with veggies, these are all good. Now, here is the actual egg routine that feels like magic, and this is unique, simple, and trackable. I call it The 7-day egg matrix reset. For 7 days, do this once daily, preferably breakfast or your first meal. Step 1. Eat 2 whole eggs. Step 2. Add 1 color, meaning 1 colorful plant food like tomatoes, spinach, carrots, bell peppers, onions, or even leftover vegetables. Step 3. Add 1 fiber anchor if you need more fullness, like a small portion of oats, a roti with whole grains, or a bowl of fruit, but keep it balanced. Step 4. Drink water before caffeine, because caffeine on an empty stomach can spike stress hormones and make energy feel shaky. Eggs help, but don't sabotage them. Now, what happens when you follow this for 7 days? Many people notice 3 changes. They don't feel the sharp hunger spikes, their cravings reduce, and their midday crash becomes smaller. This is not because eggs are a miracle. It's because your first meal stops being a trigger and starts being a stabilizer. Now, I want to address the cholesterol fear because viewers will comment about it. For most people, dietary cholesterol doesn't directly equal blood cholesterol the way people assume. The body regulates cholesterol production, and response can vary from person to person. Some people are more sensitive, so the smart approach is not fear, it's personalization. If you have a medical condition, lipid issues, or specific doctor advice, follow that. But for the average person, eggs as part of a balanced diet can fit well. And it's important to say it like this because we are Hack the Health, not viral misinformation. Also, eggs are not for everyone. If you have an egg allergy, obviously avoid. If eggs trigger digestive discomfort for you, adjust. And if you're eating eggs but your diet is still overloaded with ultra-processed foods, the egg can't fix everything. The egg is a key, but you still have to use it on the right door. Now, let's go deeper into create your health imagination, but we'll do it in a logical way, not fantasy. Imagine your day as 3 zones. Zone 1 is morning focus. Zone 2 is afternoon stability. Zone 3 is evening cravings. A lot of people lose control in Zone 3, not because they're weak, but because Zone 1 and Zone 2 were unstable. If your breakfast was sugary or skipped, your afternoon energy drops, and by evening your brain demands quick comfort. That's when junk cravings hit. Eggs help fix Zone 1, and when Zone 1 is stable, Zone 2 becomes smoother, and Zone 3 becomes easier. So the magic is actually a domino effect. Now, here's another unique angle. Eggs help protect muscle. And muscle isn't just for bodybuilders. Muscle is a glucose sink. More muscle means better blood sugar handling. As people age, they lose muscle gradually, and that increases metabolic problems. Eggs provide high-quality protein that supports muscle maintenance, especially when paired with light movement. So eggs aren't just a breakfast food. Eggs are a long-term insurance food. Not a guarantee, but a practical support. Now let's make this even more interesting with a myth-busting rapid section, because viewers love this. Myth 1. Egg whites are healthier than whole eggs. Not always. Egg whites are mostly protein. Whole eggs include the micronutrients and fats that support absorption and brain chemistry. If you're adding whites for extra protein, fine, but removing yolks completely for everyone is outdated. Myth 2. Eggs give you instant energy like coffee. No. Eggs give stable energy by reducing blood sugar chaos and supporting cellular function. It's slower, but it lasts. Myth 3. Eggs are only for gym people. No. Eggs are for anyone who wants stable hunger, better focus, and a strong base nutrition. Myth 4. Eating eggs daily automatically harms the heart. Reality is more nuanced. Overall diet quality matters, lifestyle matters, and individual response matters. Now, we bring it back to a simple message. If you want to feel the egg matrix effect, stop treating eggs as just protein and start using them as a daily stabilizer meal. Keep it simple. 2 eggs, 1 color vegetable, 1 glass of water first, and watch what happens. Now, here are 3 egg meals that upgrade your day, and these are practical. Meal 1 is the focus omelette. 2 whole eggs, onion, tomato, spinach, and a pinch of salt and spices. This is the brain and blood sugar combo. Meal 2 is the calm boiled bowl. 2 boiled eggs with cucumber or carrot, a little pepper and salt, plus a small fruit if you want. This is simple, portable, and steady. Meal 3 is the recovery plate. 2 eggs with leftover vegetables and a small portion of carbs like roti or rice, depending on your needs. This works for people who feel weak if they reduce carbs too much. The goal is balance, not extreme. Now a quick warning, because hacks without warnings become problems. If you eat eggs but also eat them with deep-fried sides and processed meats constantly, you're not doing health, you're doing chaos with a healthy mask. The egg is clean. Don't attach it to junk and then blame eggs. Now, let's close with a powerful rap that matches Hack the Health style. Most people are not failing because they don't know what to do. They're failing because their day starts unstable. And when the start is unstable, the rest becomes a fight. Eggs are one of the few foods that can act like a daily reset switch. Not because they're magical, but because they're designed to build life, and your body recognizes that design. So try the 7-day egg matrix reset. 2 whole eggs, 1 color vegetable, water before caffeine. Observe your cravings, your focus, and your energy. Don't guess. Track it. Because real health is not motivation, it's systems. This is Hack the Health, where we don't chase trends, we decode them. If you want more videos that turn everyday foods into real health upgrades, subscribe and comment the word egg if you want the next episode. The one spice that makes your food work harder inside your body. Hack the food, hack the habits, and hack the health.